How to sell anything anytime anywhere. On this occasion, I will share some business tips. Where these business tips are frequently asked by many people, especially those of you who are in sales. This time, I'll be discussing how to sell anything, anytime, and anywhere. So, how is anyone going to sell? Actually, selling is a very simple process. For instance, why is selling such a simple process? Example. Assume you enjoy eating fried rice. You must have a favorite restaurant. If you wish to be accompanied the next time, you will invite friends or relatives to eat at your favorite fried rice. You indirectly sold the fried rice from the restaurant to your friends. So, how does the selling process take place naturally and without coercion? Without any elaboration? That's a skilled salesperson. As a salesperson, I believe you should be able to accomplish these two things regardless of what you offer, whether it's goods or services. This is very important. Make sure before you sell, 83% before the sales transaction process occurs. The first suggestion is to ensure that the person is happy with you. Make sure the person is comfortable with you. Because the sales process may begin if that person feels comfortable with you, as if they are not strangers. And you don't appear to be interested in taking advantage of them. As an example, let's say we wish to buy an automobile. Normally, we would have been approached by a car salesman. But, before we buy, we'll consult with our families, best friends, or anyone else we think knows a lot about cars. And if the expert says something like, "Yeah, that automobile is fantastic. That is the current market price," then you put your trust in someone you consider a relative or an expert with whom you feel close and comfortable. And it was only then that you decided to buy from the automobile salesman. How do you create the appearance that even strangers can be like old friends to you? How does the stranger feel comfortable with you? The main issue was that many of those sales were made by the salesperson he felt obligated to take advantage of. I believe that all sellers will profit. However, if your selling style appears unprofessional, pushy, or as if you are pressing for the goods to sell in such a way that the consumer or buyer feels uncomfortable. It can be shown how 83% of the sales process can occur whether the person is comfortable with you or not. You obviously prefer to buy from individuals you consider friends, people you trust, and who also happen to sell the things, than from people you don't know, don't you? So, how are you going to sell anything? When I say you are trusted by others, I mean it. You can be found almost anywhere. You can be reached at any moment. Perhaps you are currently reuniting with friends from elementary or middle school. Don't make it seem like, after a long time of not seeing each other, your first opening topic is offering your product. That person will not buy. You should first establish a relationship. Do you remember when we used to work on our teacher in class? Do you recall when we used to play basketball together? Tell them about the beautiful memories you shared in the past. Because you two haven't seen each other in a long time, this will rekindle your bond. When we have a nice connection, we'll laugh and eventually talk about things like, "What are you doing now?" Usually, he will follow up with a question. Then you went on to describe the thing you're selling. That's what will happen when people who are comfy with you volunteer to know what you're offering. So, before you sell, be certain that this person is comfortable with you. Because I believe, if you buy something you definitely want to buy with a sense of comfort. You don't want to buy under pressure, let alone forced. However, if you want to sell, make sure you have a good relationship with the people to whom you are promoting. That is the first piece of advice. Number 2, make sure you generate a need for your goods or persuade that person to need it. So, if you're going to sell or offer something, make sure the consumer needs it. However, once again, this figure is merely 17%. 83% of individuals should be comfortable. Even if they are so comfortable that they don't need it, they will still buy from you. It would be great if he could feel at ease. He felt no need but he felt comfortable. But if he feels it comfortable and needs it, I'm confident that 99.99% of transactions will go happen. How can you offer a thing that he desperately needs? Make sure he's on target. An example, a consumer is fat. You could sell slimming products. But don't simply approach them and ask, "Why do you look fatter?" It may offend them. It's fine to ask as long as you don't bring up their physique size. Are your parents all right? Tell them something completely unrelated to their body size. Make them feel comfortable, and even if their situation that day was sensitive, there are others who can comfort them, share with them, and make them feel as if they have friends who care about them. Who knows, maybe after you've recounted a long story, they'll ask you how you're doing. What are your current activities, what are you doing, and what are you selling? Don't approach him and say, "I'm selling this product, it's suitable for you, it's cheap, blah blah blah." That is referred to as "I'm selling this product, it's suitable for you, it's cheap, blah blah blah." No one enjoys hard selling, unless the person is extremely comfortable and close to you. So, if you provide a product, be sure it is the one he requires. Don't sell the product to individuals who don't require it. People require motorcycles, and you provide cars. It most definitely does not work. Because of what? Perhaps the financial situation is insufficient. He can easily buy a motorcycle, but you offer him a car. It also does not match. So make sure you know what you're aiming towards. If the customer is the right person, the aim is right. What you sell anytime, everywhere will be sold, and you fulfill their needs. I believe there will be a closing transaction or sales transaction 83% plus 17% of the time. Hopefully, these suggestions will help you increase your sales turnover, improve your interpersonal relationship skills. I believe that these recommendations will help you overcome any doubts you may have, particularly in the sales process. If you like this type of advice, you can subscribe using the form below. You can also provide favorable feedback if you complete an outstanding sales transaction. Good luck, and warm greetings.